got 25 feet to get away from me, or you going with him?
I got it.
Get in the car. Get in the car.
Damn, you gonna kick me too often?
Get in the car and kick you.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hey you guys, it's your girl RUX, and I'm back with another video.
Cell phone footage has been posted on social media platforms. I will play that cell phone video after the body-worn camera footage is shown.
The context of this video is rather serious, and so my objective was to make this video in a nature where you can pay attention and watch the full-length video from the beginning to the end.
Hey, where you going?
What is the problem? What are you doing?
I need your license.
Huh?
I need your license.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's your car. I just saw you get out of the car.
Hey, that's not my car.
Okay.
Over here, please don't, please. Hey.
You right here with your student?
Hey.
You right here with your student?
This is my daughter. Please do not touch me.
Do you want to go to jail?
Don't touch me. I do not, sir. I did not do anything wrong.
Yes, you did.
I did not do anything wrong.
I thought about this after I had already edited the video. I went back and I edited this in. Comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, you know. But this is what I thought about. I thought about them both having choices. This is a school zone. So, you know what's expected in a school zone. Some people are rushing home from work to drop their kids off somewhere and go back to work. Some people are just rushing in general. Some people are aggravated from being at work all day. You have some people coming to pick up a student for a first time, so they might not know the rules or the regulations. So being an officer going into a school zone, he had the choice to not be so hands-on, so aggressive, and to be more understanding, to not allow the situation to escalate, because there are things that you automatically expect going into a school zone from parents and children alike. And being as though this child was there, he had the choice to respond more adequately, while the mother had the choice to just relax, stay calm, and take her ticket. They both had choices that they did not utilize in this moment.
I did not leave that vehicle.
You can get a ticket?
I was the passenger.
You can get a ticket?
The driver went to the school. The driver is at the school,
You can get a ticket?
I will leave.
Listen, you can get a ticket, or you can keep playing these games and go to jail. I'm going to give you one chance.
Sir,
You're creating the drama.
I don't want any drama. I want to go home and I want to leave.
Okay, then
I
let's
just
go
came
over
to pick
here
up
right
my child.
Okay.
I just came to pick up my child.
You're making this way more than it be.
Please don't grab me. Please don't grab me. Don't grab me. Sir, let me go. You hurting my baby. No, I'm going back to my car. Let me. You're making a big deal.
Please
don't do this in front of my child, sir. No. Take me to my car, please. I will. You don't have to curse me. I will. Let me go. Please don't. You embarrassing my baby.
I'm going to stop this right here, and I'm going to say that she did what any good, sensible mother would do in this situation. At this point right here, she was trying to de-escalate it, although she was excited, clearly excited, from the situation that was going on, and the fact that she may have knew she was wrong about something or another. She did try to de-escalate it so that her child would not bear witness to what we're about to bear witness to. And she ultimately did end up bear witnessing to it.
I'm not pulling away from you. You got me stopped. You gonna punch me? You gonna hit me?
You pull away from me again.
Notice right here, she's asking him, you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? Because anybody in their right state of mind would assume that he hit her. She's asking, the emotions that she's portraying seems to be raw emotions. She's interpreting things that's happening, right then and there. We can clearly see that she's guilty about something. That's why she's acting the way she's acting. However, the point I'm trying to make is that in that moment right here, she said, you're going to hit me, you're going to hit me.
You pull away from me again, you're going to jail. You pull away from me again, you're going to jail. You pull away from me again, you're going to jail.
Come to my baby's school. Come to my baby's school. Please, call my mama. Call my mama. Please, call my mama.
put you on the ground. I'm about to put you on the ground. I'm about to put you on the ground. Quit pulling away from me. You're going to jail. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Quit pulling away from me.
So, notice right here, we did hear someone say, you're doing too much. You know, in situations like these and in everyday life, it's important that we use our senses to observe and annotate what's going on. Therefore, we'll have a clear knowledge and understanding of what's happening around us and in front of us.
Get my baby my purse! Get my baby my purse! She's going to jail. Tell her to keep my purse! Tell her to keep my purse!
No one was in immediate danger. No child, no adult, no fly, no bird, nothing was in immediate danger until these moments right here, until things got to be violent, until things got to be aggressive, until they had to see this happen with their own two eyes, especially the children.
You were too close.
Now, I'm going to have to be honest and say that right here, I cannot determine the superior being. This looks like a street fight to me. The fact that the officer is pulling her hair is, here is a sign of glory, is your crown of glory for women. Okay? That's one of the most sacred things you can possibly possess. Whether you bald-headed, whatever, whether you cut your hair off, whether you have hair, this right here is considered the crown. This is your crown chakra. It's the crown. And it is very sacred. I don't see the need. This is my opinion. You can leave your opinion in the comments. I don't see the need for him to have pulled her hair at all.
Get out of me, Parker. Get off of me. Get off of me. What the f*** wrong with you?
Put your hand behind right now. Put your hand up.
I can't breathe. Stop! I can't breathe.
Get someone to help me now. Get someone to help me now.
Yeah, please help! I'll do it, please. He's choking me. He's choking me. He's choking me. He's choking me. I can't. He's choking me.
It's so much I could say in reference to the video that's negative, but I just want to give a word of advice because I've been in a situation like this. I'm not going to make this particular video to articulate what I've been through. I'm going to make a part 2 for that. However, in a situation like this, ladies and gentlemen, if you're being choked, we don't want to end up like that. That's the reality of the thing. If you're being choked out by somebody, the best thing you can do is stay calm. Never get excited when you're being choked out by somebody. Never, because you're exuding your energy and you need that energy to think. Being choked out is like the closest point to death that you'll be. So you need to don't get excited, don't waste your energy, don't exhaust yourself. Calm down. And if you see somebody being choked out, I don't care how big the person is that's choking them out. You don't stand back and watch them and go, ooh, ah. Okay, you have to think as well. You have to be proactive because you only got one life to live. Do you want somebody to sit back and watch you be near death? I don't know what society is coming to. I'm not sure what's going on. But what happened in this video is completely unacceptable. It's just, it's inhumane. And it's just with the way the world is going, what we want to preserve ourselves and preserve one another, that's not what law enforcement should be about, and that's not what, you know, civilization should be about. People just harming each other and just, it's a lot for me to take in, and so that's why I reposted this video on my channel. I don't usually repost. I'm not a reaction channel. But I had to react to this because it triggered something in me. It triggered trauma. You understand? Like, a woman cannot beat a man. It's just impossible. I mean, maybe 2025 woman can. Maybe it's some woman out here that can knock a nigga out. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's some. But the average woman cannot beat a man. So it was no point for him to be as aggressive as he was. And me, when I was in that situation, when I was being choked out, I almost died. I kissed the person on their forehead and they stopped choking me because I was not excited. I calmed down. I thought about it. I knew that if I got excited and if I fought back, I would be exhausted anyway. And so, we just gotta, if you know better, you gotta do better. Like, don't fall victim to what's happening out here. You know, it's free to think. It's free to preserve your life. It's free. Like, too many people are dying. There's so many dumb ways to die, okay? And it's just sad to sit back and watch and see. And so on this channel, what we're going to do is we're going to remember to preserve our lives and think. Stop and we're going to use time to think. Be proactive with our thinking.
Help me, sir. Okay, please. Help me, please. Help me. Help me. If you could just...
Put your hand behind her back.
They behind her back. They behind her back. They behind. Get off of her. Get off of her.
She goes to cut. All right.
So the guy who interfered did the right thing. I'm sure that he was afraid to interfere. I'm sure it took a lot out of him to interfere. But it was a lot of emotions happening. The lady, she was exuding her energy. She was probably overreacting. The officer was very upset. You understand? So for both parties involved, the best thing that could have possibly happened was somebody who was calm, intervening. And I think as a professional, sometimes if you can't handle something, I think it's best to allow someone who can handle it to handle it, or maybe someone who can handle it without a situation escalating to handle the situation. You know, I just really appreciate the bystander in the situation because things could have turned out a different way. And we could have had an officer suspended for investigation, and we could have had a mother unalive and a daughter missing her mother.
Hey, Chief.
Baby,
Show me a 45.
what's the pin number to your phone so we can call your mom? 86.
Back up. Back up. Found a law enforcement officer. Female punched me. And we fought. And this is your 1845 Bassett Road. Hey. Can she lease it up? Put her in my car. Put her in my car. She punched me and she bit me.
First of all, I want to say that the comments on this video is horrendous. It makes no sense at all. Like, there should be no reason why people are saying this. I mean, come on now. The nature of these comments are just unnecessary, and y'all are really blaming the victim. When the victims should be blamed, y'all don't blame them. But right here, this is just totally unacceptable. You don't think that's just crazy? Like, the video, if you don't think that what you just saw is crazy, then you are crazy. Like, you are the definition of insane. That's crazy. That's not right at all. Like, none of the, I'm not even talking about what side is not right. The whole situation is just wrong. And now, remember what I said earlier about our observation skills and how it will ultimately help us out in life. I do want us to observe the fact that this video did not start at the exact same time that the body camera video started. In fact, it started after. Notably after the fact that he had already hit her first. She did not hit him first. He hit her first. He was just aggressive from the very beginning. She was frantic. She was wrong. She had been displaying the fact that she was doing something wrong, yes. And all I depicted from her was fear. However, he was aggressive and he was very much ready and willing to take it there with her, as he did. I screenshotted that part because it had said 11:11, or 1:11. But yeah, the videos didn't start at the same time. This video started after the fact, and that's one thing I don't like about body cameras, because it really depicts one side of the story, and that side of the story is very much biased, opposed to a camera that can show both sides of the story at the same time from an outsider looking in.
Ma'am, if you could just... She can't breathe! She can't breathe! Okay.
I mean, evidently the body camera depicted the obvious. The lady was scared, like I keep saying. The lady was very much afraid. She was in the wrong. You can tell. Stevie Wonder and the Three Blind Mice can tell that she was in the wrong. The cop was also in the wrong. It was just wrong. The situation, like I said before, was just wrong. However, what confuses me is what the sheriff had to say about it. The person who oversees all of this. And I believe he said this because of the narrative of the way that the New York Post posted the video. Although the video was taken in Florida, you know, the narrative of the video was created a certain way. And that's one of the reasons why I made this unbiased narrative of the video. Yes, I'm expressing my opinions, but there is no emotion behind what I'm really saying. I'm just expressing the facts of what I see in certain aspects of the video, what I hear, and what I know from experience.
As a result of her actions on Tuesday afternoon, Erica McGriff was arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, and operating a motor vehicle while having a driver's license that is revoked as a habitual traffic offender, which is probably what led to her refusing to give some of those things over in the very beginning. These charges are all third-degree felonies, each punishable by up to 5 years in Florida State Prison. Additionally, McGriff was cited for multiple traffic violations. So what's today's takeaway? If you violently resist our officers, if you punch them, if you bite them, you will be arrested. If you crowd and harass our officers or any first responder after a verbal warning, you will be arrested. JSO will always hold accountable those who violate the law. But this entire episode reaches beyond even law violations. It speaks to the breakdown of a civil society that are some in our community not only quietly accept, but actively promote. So beyond breaking the law, these adults committed these acts in front of vulnerable and impressionable school children.
Second here, I thought that he was about to hold both of the adults involved accountable, or maybe all of the adults involved accountable.
These adults modeled and normalized for school-age children not only breaking the law, but also lying to the police, violently resisting the police, punching police officers, biting a police officer, and harassing a police officer, and encumbering a police officer.
Sure, it also showed them that just because you are a police officer, don't make your behavior right 100% of the time. It don't make your mannerisms right 100% of the time. It does not make your perspective right 100% of the time. And it does not make you above God. It does not mean that because you have authority, you can abuse it or choose to handle things less than satisfactory or professional. Because when you are a police officer, when you chose to be a police officer, you chose to give away your name, sacrifice your own birth name, and become in service to the community 24/7, on duty or off duty. You are expected to have integrity, and a part of having integrity is having character, and a part of having character is having sense, and a part of having sense is having common sense, which we know is not common amongst everybody. However, when you are in a role of leadership and authority, you are expected to think for everyone around you, whether they're thinking right or wrong.
Officer Holton was simply doing his job.
This is where extra training come into play. Seminars, just yearly training, sometimes monthly training, weekly training, just to make sure we're all up to par on our professional duties and what it is that we should and should not be doing in certain positions, what's expected from us, things of that nature.
Accordingly, this negative modeling had direct consequences here. Currently, there's an active pickup order for a juvenile for making threats to shoot up Idea Charter School because of this incident.
You don't fight fire with fire. Bad enough the children who had to observe and witness the situation, witness the injustices that life can provide in certain situations for certain people, and sometimes for all people, given a circumstance. You don't fight fire with fire. It's our job, being older than children, to teach children subliminally, subconsciously, consciously. We should be always making sure that our decisions in reference to them, both rewarding them as well as, both rewarding them and giving them consequences, should be something that is not harmful to them or their perspective of this reality. Because although none of us asked to be here, they're at a more fresh state of not asking to be here, and children are innocent. And they have not learned yet to master their emotions. So 99% of the things that they do and say is emotion fueled. And that's what we have to work with them and not against them, because the children are our future. Sadly, the children did have to witness this, like I said. And many of you can agree.
So JSO will not tolerate those who violate the law and victimize our officers or any member of our communities. These jobs are tough enough without all of that. So we reject the flawed theory promoted by some that this type of unprovoked violence is shown to police officers is somehow justified.
Another trait that a lot of people, humans, people in general embody is the lack of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the greatest kind of intelligence that anyone can have, because it could prevent so much from happening. If you are emotionally aware of the state of the people around you, of the state of the community, the room, the environment, the city, the country around you, then you are indeed the leader. You are indeed the head and not the tail. You are indeed the superior being in the situation, because you are able to note and notice things that a lot of other people can't. So emotional intelligence for our leaders and our people in office could take us a long way and prevent so much from happening so soon. You know, some people call it reading the room.
I ask every member of this community who enjoys the privileges of a civil society, one organized by laws, to reject this flawed theory. No one is above the law. No one should be hurt or hinder a public servant doing the work that is a critical function to our
All in all, I think that there is so much to be learned from this video. Again, I said I decided to comment on it because I was triggered. With that being said, I will, once this video, is aired and you guys start to come with the questions and the concerns, the disagreements, the agreements, I will find a way to tell you guys how I relate to the video and what it is that proves what happened to me to be wrongful. And it would just help me in the events that I'm trying to make happen, with me just knowing that what I did was right. I did the best that I can do for myself in the situation. And I'm going to continue to do the best that I can do. But yeah, this should not be happening. If you know better, it's your job to do better. And I know this video will be shown to people who, if they don't know better, have the ability to learn better and to do better. It's your girl, REX, Are You Saying? Remember, do what you gotta do for you.